always told you that you're too sensitive, that you need to toughen up. But the truth is, you don't feel more than others. You see more than they do. You pick up on things most people miss. The way someone's eyes shift when they lie. The tension in the room that no one else acknowledges. The unsaid words that hang between people. And because you see all this, it feels heavy. It feels overwhelming. But it's not your sensitivity that's the problem. It's your awareness. Most people walk through life on autopilot. They only see what's directly in front of them, and even then, they barely notice. But you see the subtext. You feel the undertones. You hear the silence between the words. And that's not a curse. It's a gift. You're not overly sensitive. You're deeply perceptive. And that depth, it's what makes you different. It's what gives you the ability to understand people and situations in ways most people never will. But the problem is, you've been made to feel like there's something wrong with you for seeing more. Made to feel like you're too much, just for noticing what others choose to ignore. You've been told to suppress it, to block it out, to stop seeing too much. But why? Why silence the one thing that connects you to the truth? Why numb yourself to the awareness that could save you from harm, from betrayal, from walking into situations that aren't meant for you? You weren't born to be oblivious. You were born to see. But society doesn't like that. They want people who go along with the crowd, who don't question, who don't feel too deeply. But you can't ignore what you see. You can't unfeel the truth when it hits you. And that's why you struggle. Because you see too much, and the world doesn't know how to handle that part 4. The world tries to drown you with distractions, with noise, with shallow connections. But you see through all of it. You can't be fooled by surface-level conversations. You can't be tricked by empty words. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's a radar. It's the compass that points you in the right direction, even when everyone else is lost. And that's where your power lies. Not in fitting in, not in pretending you don't see what you see, but in owning your ability to perceive more, to feel more, to understand more. When you embrace your sensitivity, you stop being a victim of it, and you start using it to navigate the world with clarity and strength. The world tries to make you feel like you're too much, but in reality, they're too little. They want you to be numb, to ignore what you feel, to shut down the parts of you that can see through the illusion. But you can't unsee what's been revealed. You can't unfeel what has touched your soul. And that's where the real transformation happens. When you stop hiding from yourself. When you stop apologizing for your depth. When you stop letting the world tell you how to feel, how to think, and how to see. You were never meant to fit in with them. You were meant to stand out, to lead with your heart, to live in your truth, and to use your sensitivity as the sharpest tool you have. And when you do that, you'll realize how much strength you've been hiding. You'll realize that the world wasn't too much for you. It was just too shallow. Sensitivity isn't just about feeling. It's about seeing beyond what's visible. You're not just aware of the surface-level world. You're tuned into the hidden layers, the things unsaid, the energies unnoticed, the silent patterns that shape behavior. And this makes you powerful, because while others are stuck reacting to the obvious, you're already moving past it, already understanding the deeper truth. But here's the catch. Most people won't understand your depth. They won't see your ability to perceive what's hidden. And that's okay. You weren't meant to fit in with the crowd. You were meant to lead with your insight, to step into rooms and change the atmosphere with nothing but your presence. And the more you embrace this ability, the more you'll realize that it's not a burden. It's a gift that will guide you to exactly where you need to be. It's not weakness to feel everything. It's wisdom. The world will keep trying to convince you that your sensitivity makes you vulnerable. But what they don't realize is, you see things they'll never understand. You feel things they'll never feel. And that makes you not just aware, but prepared. You can walk through the chaos and not get lost in it. You can hear the lies and not believe them. You can navigate through people's masks and see their truth. This ability isn't a curse. It's a compass. And it's time to stop running from it, because it's guiding you exactly where you need to go. It's time to embrace what you are, not to hide it, not to apologize for it, but to use it as your strength, your clarity, and your power. You've been afraid of being too much for people, afraid that your intensity, your depth, would push them away. But here's the truth. You don't need to make yourself small so others can feel comfortable. You were never meant to shrink, to hide, to dull your shine. You're not too much. You're just enough, more than enough. And the people who can't handle your depth, they weren't meant to be in your life. They were just distractions from your true purpose, from the path that's been waiting for you to walk down it. Now, you can stand in your truth, unapologetic, unwavering, and you'll attract the people who can see you, who can appreciate your energy, your insights, your soul. No more hiding, no more dimming your light. You were meant to shine. You've stopped hiding, and now you're walking in your truth. No more shrinking for comfort. No more dimming yourself to fit into the expectations of others. You stand tall now, in your authenticity, in your power. And those who were too afraid to see you, those who couldn't handle your light, they're not part of your journey anymore. Your true tribe, the ones who can handle your depth, they're on their way. And they're going to meet you in this space, a space where you are fully yourself, fully aligned with your purpose, and fully free from the need for anyone's approval. You've found your power, and no one can take it from you. Because now, you're not just living, you're leading, with your sensitivity, your insight, your strength. You've learned that your sensitivity is not a weakness, but the key to your strength. Where others see vulnerability, you see clarity. Where they see weakness, you see wisdom. Now, you don't just navigate the world, you transform it. With every step you take, you shift the energy around you. With every word you speak, you leave an impact. You've become the force that no one can ignore. Not because you're loud or forceful, but because you've embraced the most powerful thing in the world, yourself. You've stopped asking for permission. You've stopped waiting for someone else to validate your worth. You stand in your truth, unapologetic, unshaken, and unbreakable. And now, the world has no choice but to move around you. You've become untouchable. Not because you're distant or cold, but because you're so fully grounded in who you are. Nothing can shake you. You've learned that your sensitivity isn't something to protect against. It's the very thing that makes you powerful. You've stopped living for external validation and started living for your own peace. You've stopped letting anyone else dictate your worth and started claiming your own value. Now, you walk through the world with a quiet strength. No more chaos, no more noise, just presence. The kind of presence that commands respect without asking for it. The kind of presence that makes the world bend to your will because you've learned the secret. The world can only control you if you let it. You are no longer a prisoner to the world's expectations. You are no longer defined by the opinions of others, the validation of the crowd, or the need to prove anything. Now, you live on your own terms. You create your own reality. You shape your own world, and you do it with clarity, purpose, and confidence. You've stepped into your power, and nothing, not the world, not the people, can take that from you. Because now, you walk with your head held high, knowing that the most powerful thing in the world is being truly yourself. And that's how you'll be remembered. Not for your popularity, but for your authenticity. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You've mastered your mind, your energy, and your life. And now, nothing can stop you.